Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel EduTopper.in. The topic that we are going to be studying today is direct variation. Alright, so direct variation is connected to ratio and proportion. So first we'll understand what is the meaning of direct proportion or direct variation. Suppose there is a change in a quantity and due to that change the respective other quantity has the same change, right? For example, the price of mangoes is 50 rupees per kg. All right, the price of mangoes is 50 rupees per kg. All right, price is 50 rupees per kg. The amount of money that you have is 100. What will be the quantity of mangoes that you will be buying? 50 rupees per kg. You have rupees 100. The quantity you will be buying is 2 kg. Or you will get 2 kgs of mangoes for rupees 100 if the rate is 50 rupees per kg. Now, keeping this factor constant, alright, if you double the amount, suppose now if you have 200 rupees, will the quantity of mangoes also get doubled? Let's have a look. 50 rupees per kg, you have 200 rupees, you will get 4 kg of mangoes. Am I right? So when the amount of money you had doubles, the quantity you get also doubles, right? So if this is increased by 100%, quantity is also increased by 100%. So the amount of money that you have and the quantity that you get are said to be in direct proportion, right? Let's have another example. Suppose the speed of your car is 100 kilometers per hour. You are driving at 100 kilometers per hour. Time is constant. You have just 1 hour. Distance. If you are traveling at the speed of 100 kilometers per hour, how much distance will you cover in 1 hour? So that's obvious. You will cover 100 kilometers, right? Now, if you decrease the speed by 50%, all right, if you decrease the speed to 50 kilometers an hour, will the distance also get decreased by 50%? Yes, that's obvious. If you travel at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour, in 1 hour, you'll travel 50 kilometers. So what we need to notice here is when the speed of the car was 100, the distance covered in 1 hour was also 100. When the speed of the car was decreased to 50, that is when the speed of the cars was divided by 2, the distance covered also got divided by 2, right? So these quantities are said to be in direct proportion. Now we are starting off with the questions that we usually get in our textbooks. We'll cover the basic types first and slowly, gradually we'll move towards the advanced type questions. We'll try to cover all different types of questions, right? First we have a table here. You can also see the table on the screen, right? But I'll still draw it for you. Okay, the quantities are when x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, when x is equal to 8, y is equal to 16, when x is equal to 13, y is 26, when x is equal to 17, y is 34, and when x is equal to 7, y is 14. Now the question says Observe the following table and determine whether x and y are in direct proportion, right? The quantities x and y are given here. We have to determine whether these values are directly proportional or whether they are in direct proportion. So how can we do that? Firstly, when x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20 in this case, right? So x by y is equal to 10 by 20. Can we cancel it further? Yes. 10 ones are 10, 10 twos are 2. So x and y is equal to 1 by 2, right? In the first case, in this case, we get x by y is equal to 1 by 2. Now let's take the second case. What's the second case? When x is equal to 8, y is equal to 16. So what is going to be the value of x over y? X over y be 8 over 16, right? X over y will be 8 over 16. That is again 1 by 2. We can simplify 8 by 16 to 1 by 2. Alright. So in this case also the value of x by y is 1 by 2. Right. Now let's take the third case. When x is 13, y is 26. Right. In this case also, x by y is 13 by 26. That can also be simplified further to 1 by 2. 13 ones are 13, 13 twos are 26. So in this case also we get x by y is equal to 1 by 2. Moving further, x by y is 17 by 34, right? When x is 17, y is 34. This can also be simplified to 1/2, right? X by y is again 1 by 2. Now the last one, when x is equal to 7, y is 14. This is also 1 by 2. Now, since x by y is equal to 1 by 2, in all given cases, we can say that x and y are directly proportional. Or you can write, since x and y is constant, the numbers x and y are directly proportional. Alright? I hope this is clear. Now, moving further. Moving further to our next table. All right. You can see the table on the screen as well. X, Y. When x is 15, y is 20. Given that when x is 15, y is 20. When x is 6, y is 18. When x is 9, y is 13. When x is 7, y is 21. 3 and 15, and the last one is 5 over 20. 5, 20. So in the first case, x by y is 15 by 20. Alright, we can cancel it down to 3 by 4. 5 times 3 is 15 and 5 times 4 is 20. So it gets cancelled by 5. So in the first case, x by y is 3 by 4. Right? In the second case, x by y is 6 by 18. That is 1 by 3. 6 ones are 6 and 6 threes are 18. In the third case, x by y is 9 by 13. So 9 by 13 cannot be simplified further, right? So 9 by 13 remains 9 by 13. X by y, in the fourth case, it is 7 by 21. 7 by 21 can be simplified as 1 by 3. 7 ones are 7, 7 threes are 21. Now next we have x by y is 3 by 15. 3 by 15 can be written as 1 by 5. 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15. And the last one we have is x by y is equal to 5 by 20. Now 5 by 20 is nothing but 1 by 4. Alright. So in this case, as you can see, that the value of x by y is not constant. It keeps changing, right? Firstly we had 3 by 4, then 1 by 3, then 9 by 13, then again 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 4. So now here we can say that since x by y is not constant, the given values are not directly proportional. Alright, so we'll say that in table B, x and y are not directly proportional. Whereas in table 1, since x and y, x by y was a constant, that is 1 by 2, the values were in direct proportion. But in this table, in table B, since x and y are not constant, the values are not in direct proportion, right? The question says, given that x and y are in direct proportion, alright, or x and y are in direct variation, find the missing values, right? Complete the following table. Alright, x, y, when x is 9, y is 27. When x is 9, y is 27. Now x is unknown, y is 48. Then x is 13, y is unknown. Then x is unknown, y is 51. Then we have x is 3, y is unknown. And then we have x unknown and y 21. Now what we do here is, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, this is x4, this is x5, this is x6. Alright. This is y1, this is y2, this is y3, this is y4, this is y5. Alright. Since x and y are in direct variation, it's already given x and y are in direct variation. We have 9 by 27 is equal to 1 by 3, right? X and y are in direct variation. In one case, both the values of x and y are given, that is when x is equal to 9, y is equal to 27. So 9 by 27 is 1 by 3. Now, since x and y are in direct variation, x2 by 48 should also be equal to 1 by 3. Why? Because the numbers are in direct variation, right? So the value of x2 will be, this 48 will come here and get multiplied by 1. 1 into 48 by 3. Alright. So 48 gets cancelled by 3 16 times and we get the value of x2 as 16. So the value of x2 is 16. Right. So we got the value of x2 as 16. This is x2. This is 16, right? Similarly, 13 by y3, all right, 13 by y3 should also be equal to 1 by 3 because x and y are in direct variation. So the value of y3 will be 13 into 3. This 3 gets multiplied with 13 is equal to 1 into y3. This y3 gets multiplied with 1. 13 into 3 is 39. 39 is y3. So we get the value of y3 as 13. So y3 becomes 13, right? Now, moving ahead, x4 by 51 should also be equal to 1 by 3, right? Reason being, x and y are in direct variation and initially x by y was 1 by 3. So this also has to be 1 by 3. So x to the power 4, sorry, x4, not x to the power 4, x4 will be equal to, this 51 will come here and get multiplied by 1. So it will be 1 into 51 by 3. So that is 51 by 3, that is 17. Alright. So the value of x4 is 17. So the value of x4 comes to be 17. This is x4, this is 17. Right. Now, I'll erase this. I hope it's getting clear, right? Now, 3 by y5 should also be equal to 1 by 3. So 3 into 3, this 3 gets multiplied here and this y5 gets multiplied here, is equal to 1 into y5. So 9 is equal to y5. So the value of y5 is 9. Alright. Now, x6 by 21 should also be equal to 1 by 3. So x6 will be equal to, this 21 comes here, 21 by 3, that is 7. So the value of x6 is 7. Alright. So you can see, this is how we can find the missing values when the quantities are in direct variation and some of the values are missing. Alright. See, you can see the question on your screen. The cost of 6 kg of rice is 210 rupees. Tabulate the cost of 2 kg, 5 kg and 10 kg of 2 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg and 15 kgs of rice, right? Cost and quantity. Okay, we'll write quantity first. Quantity, then we'll write cost. When the quantity is 6 kg, the cost is 210. Alright. When the quantity is 2 kg, we need to determine the cost. When the quantity is 5 kg, we need to determine the cost. When the quantity is 10 kg, we need to determine the cost. And we also need to determine the cost when the quantity is 15 kg. So this quantity is in kg, right? Now, how do we solve it? Quantity by cost. One fraction we can find out from here. 6 by 210. Quantity by cost is 6 by 210. This simplifies to 3 2s are 6, 3 70s are 210 and 2 by 70 is nothing but 1 by 35. So this is the constant that we need to calculate with respect to all these values, right? Now, let's name it C2, C3, C4 and C5. All right. Now, 2 by C2 should be equal to 1 by 35. right? According to the rule that we just saw in the previous questions, quantity by cost should be a constant 1 by 35. Why? Because cost and quantity, these two are always in direct proportion. When the cost increases, the quantity purchased will also be increased, keeping the rate constant. And in other words, you can say that if you have more money, you can buy more. Like if you have more money, you can buy more quantity of a particular commodity, right? So when you have 210 rupees, you can buy 6 kg, or when you buy 6 kg, you need to pay 210 rupees. How much you need to pay when you buy 2 kg? How much do you need to pay when you buy 5 kg? How much do you need to pay when you buy 10 kg, 15 kgs, right? So quantity by cost is 6 by 210, that came down to 1 by 35. So when the quantity is 2, cost is C2. Quantity by cost, here also it should be 1 by 35. So 2 into 35 is equal to 1 into C2. So 2 into 35 is 70. Therefore, the value of C2 is 70. So this will be 70. C2 70, right? This is C3, C4 and C5. All right. Similarly, by the same rule, we'll find out the other missing quantities. 5 by C3 should also be equal to 1 by 35, right? So 5 into 35 will be equal to 1 into C3. 5 into 35 is 175, right? So the value of C3 is 175. So we found out C3 175. All right. Now 10 by C4, like when the quantity is 10, the cost is C4. Quantity by cost is 1 by 35. So we have 10 into 35 is C4, 1 into C4, C4. So 10 into 35 is 350 is equal to C4. The value of 34 came up to 350. All right. Now, in similar manner, we have 15 by C5 is equal to 1 by 35. So 15 into 35 will be equal to C5. So 15 into 35 is 525, right? It is 525. So the value of C5 will be 525. All right. So let's move ahead to our next question. So let's move on to our fourth question. The fourth question is, if 15 kgs of mangoes cost rupees 900, what will be the cost of 20 kgs of mangoes, right? So cost and quantity, right? If the cost is rupees 900, we have 15 kilograms of mangoes. If the quantity is 20 kilograms, what is going to be the cost? See, the cost and the quantity are directly proportional. The more quantity you buy, the more money you have to pay, right? So, cost by quantity is 900 by 15. Okay, for 15 kg, you have to pay 900 rupees. How much do you have to pay for 20 kg? That's what the question is asking. So, this fraction, cost by quantity, should be equal to the cost rupees X to the quantity 20 kilograms. Okay, so we have assumed that let 20 kg mangoes cost rupees X. So cost over quantity 900 over 15 should be equal to the cost X over the quantity 20, right? So by cross multiplication, we will have 900 into 20 divided by 15, that is equal to X. Now we all know that 3 times 5 is 15 and 3 into 30, 3 into 300 is 900 and we get here 4. So 300 into 4, that is 1200 is equal to X. Therefore, the cost of 20 kg mangoes will be rupees 1200. Alright, so 20 kg of mangoes will cost us 1200 rupees. I hope this is clear. Now let's move ahead to our next question. In a factory, a machine makes 1750 toys in 5 hours. How many toys will be made in 3 hours? Right? So, in a factory, a machine can make 1750 toys in 5 hours. How many toys will be made in 3 hours? So, if the time is reduced, definitely the number of toys produced will also get reduced, right? So time and number of toys. Time is in hours, alright. When the time is 5 hours, the number of toys produced is 1750. When the time is 5 hours, the number of toys produced is 1750. When the time is 3 hours, let the number of toys produced be X. So what we'll write is let the number of toys produced in 3 hours be X. So according to the rule of direct variation, 5 by 1750, that is time over quantity, should be equal to the time 3 hours by quantity X. You could take it anyways, 1750 by 5. See, you could take it this way also. 1750 by 5, this is the quantity, this is the time, the quantity X over time 3. Both are correct. There's no harm in taking it either way. Alright. So we're taking it this way. 5 by 1750 is 3 by X. So the value of X will be, see, in the first step, let me tell you, in the first step, this X will get multiplied by this 5. 5X will be equal to this 1750 comes here and gets multiplied by 3. So 3 into 1750. In the next step, X is equal to this 5 will get divided over here, right? So 3 into 1750 divided by 5 will give us the quantity X. So 5 times 3 is 15 and 5 0. So X is equal to 3 into 350, that is 1050. So the number of toys produced in 3 hours is going to be the number of toys made or produced in 3 hours will be equal to 1050. So this is the way that you have to solve the questions. The next question says a worker makes rupees 350 in a week, or a worker earns rupees 350 in a week, that is in 7 days he earns rupees 350. How much money will he make in 15 days? Alright, the more you work, the more you earn. If you work for more number of days, you'll be earning more amount of money, right? So we'll write here earnings and number of days worked. Alright, so he earns 350 in a week. The question says a worker makes rupees 350 in a week. In a week means he makes rupees 350 in 7 days. If he works for 7 days, he makes rupees 350. The question is asking us how much money will he earn if he works for 15 days, or how much money he will get in 15 days. So let's assume that he makes X rupees when he's working for 15 days. So the statement is like, let the worker earn rupees X working for 15 days. So by the rule of direct variation, earnings divided by number of days should be equal to the corresponding earnings divided by number of days. See, when he works for 7 days, he makes rupees 350. When he works for 15 days, he makes rupees X. So both the fractions have to be equal. So by this, the value of X will be 350 by 7. This 15 will come here, and this is the value of X. So 7 into 50 is 350, 15 into 5 is 75. So 50 into 15 is 750. 750 is our answer. Therefore, the worker earns rupees 750 in 15 days. Therefore, the worker earns rupees 750 in 15 days. Simple, right? So now let's have our next question, please. A car covers a distance of 52.5 kilometers in 3.5 liters of fuel. How much distance will it cover in 6.5 liters of fuel? So this is also an example of direct variation. The more fuel you put in your car, the more distance it will cover, right? The lesser the fuel, the lesser the distance. अगर आपके कार में ज़्यादा पेट्रोल या डीजल है तो आप ज़्यादा घूम सकते हो, ऑब्वियसली. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं इसको कैसे हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. क्वांटिटी ऑफ फ्यूल, in liters and the distance covered. So when the quantity of fuel, the question says that when the quantity of fuel is 3.5 liters, the distance covered is 52.5 kilometers, right? Distance covered is in kilometers. What will be the distance covered in 6.5 liters? So when the quantity of fuel is 6.5 liters, let's assume that the distance covered is X. Let's assume the distance covered in 6.5 liters of fuel is X kilometers. All right. So the quantity of fuel by the distance covered should be equal to the new quantity of fuel and the new distance covered, that is X, right? I hope now you've got the concept how to solve these kind of questions. So 3.5 divided by 52.5 is equal to 6.5 by X. So by the rule, 3.5 into X is equal to 6.5 into 52.5, correct? So X is equal to 6.5 into 52.5 divided by 3.5. Now when we remove this point, we get a 10 here. When we remove this point, we get a 10 here. When we remove this point, we get another 10 here, right? So this 10 and this 10 gets cancelled. We have 5 times 13 is 65 and 35 goes by 5 7 times, and 7 into 7 is 49 and 7 5 is 35. So 525 gets cancelled by 7, 75 times. Then we have 13 into 75 divided by 10, right? Or 5 into 15 is 75 and 5 times 2 is 10. We can cancel it further. 15 into 18 is 15 into 10, 150, 15 into 3, 45. So this makes it 195 by 2. 195 divided by 2 is 97.5. Alright. So the distance that the car will cover in 6.5 liters of fuel is 97.5 kilometers. This will be our answer. The next question. A notebook having 320 pages is 8 millimeters thick. How many pages are required to make a notebook that is 12 millimeters thick? Alright. So the more pages that a notebook has, the more thickness it will have, right? आपने देखा होगा अगर 100 पेजेस की नोटबुक है तो वो इतनी सी होती है, अगर 300, 400, 500 पेजेस की नोटबुक है तो वो थोड़ी सी थिक होती है, हैवी भी होती है, राइट? तो क्वेश्चन सेज नंबर ऑफ पेजेस and thickness is given in millimeters, right? So a notebook having 320 pages is 8 millimeters thick. When the number of pages is 320, the thickness is 8 millimeters. If the thickness is 12 millimeters, the required thickness is 12 millimeters, what is the number of pages that the notebook will have? Okay, so let's assume that the number of pages is X. Let's assume that the number of pages is X. Let's assume that the number of pages required for 12 millimeter thick book is X. So this is the complete sentence. So हम ऐसा मान लेते हैं कि अगर 320 पेजेस के लिए 8 मिलीमीटर्स की बुक है तो 12 मिलीमीटर्स की बुक के लिए नंबर ऑफ पेजेस होंगे X, राइट? सो नंबर ऑफ पेजेस बाय थिकनेस शुड बी इक्वल टू द रिक्वायर्ड नंबर ऑफ पेजेस X and the required thickness 12. So it should be easy. 320 by 8, this 12 gets multiplied here, is equal to X. Now 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, right? 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, and 320 by 2 is 160. So 160 into 3 is 420. So the number of pages required is 480. This is our answer. This is interesting, huh? A toy plane has a wingspan of 30 centimeters and a length of 40 centimeters. I hope you know what is wingspan of an aeroplane. If the original plane is 20 meters long, find its wingspan. Right? मैं आपको ड्रॉ करके दिखा देता हूँ थोड़ा सा. सपोज ये एरोप्लेन है ना, इस तरह का होता है कुछ, ठीक है? यहाँ पे इसका ऐसे विंग स्पैन होता है इसका, ठीक है? यहाँ पे उसकी टेल है, ठीक है? आई एम नॉट सो गुड एट ड्राइंग बट स्टिल यू कैन इमेजिन. दिस इज द विंग स्पैन. ये है विंग स्पैन. From this tip to this tip is called the wingspan. All right, and from this tip to this point, this is the length, and this is the wingspan. Right? So the wingspan of a toy plane is 30 centimeters, and the length of a toy plane is 40 centimeters. If the original plane is 20 meters long, what is the wingspan of the original aeroplane? So should be easy for you to solve now. Try. Dimensions are toy plane to original plane. So the length of the toy plane is 40 centimeters and the wingspan is 30 centimeters. So the wingspan and the length. The question says a toy plane has a wingspan of 30 centimeters. When the wingspan is 30, the length is 40. The length of the toy plane is 40. The original wingspan is 20 meters. This is 30 centimeters. This is 40 centimeters. The original plane is 20 meters long, right? The original plane is 20 meters long. So this is 20 meters and let's suppose this is x meters. Or we could change the entire thing to centimeters, right? 1 meter is 100 centimeter. 20 meter is 100 into 20, that is 2000 centimeters. Okay, so this will be 2000 centimeters and let's assume the original wingspan is x centimeters, right? So the length of toy plane to the length of original plane should be equal to the wingspan of toy plane to the wingspan of the original plane, right? So the value of x will be 40 divided by 2000 is 30 by x, that we already know. X comes here and 40 comes here, right? By cross multiplication, x goes here and 40 comes here. Now this 2000 will get multiplied by this 30. All right. So x will be equal to 30 by 40 into 2000. I hope this is clear, right? X comes here, 40 comes here by cross multiplication. X has come here, 40 has come here. Now this 2000 will get multiplied here. So these two zeros can be cancelled out. 2000 by 4 is 500. So the value of x is 3 into 500, that is 1500, or 1500 means 15 meters. This is centimeter, right? We changed the entire thing into centimeters. So 1500 centimeter is 15 meter. From changing centimeters to meters, we need to divide by 100. So the required wingspan will be 15 meters. I'm not writing the statement because of shortage of space. You have to write the statement in order to get full marks, right? Now, next and another very interesting question. Raman has to travel from his village to the city. The distance on the map is 3.5 centimeters. If the map scale is 1 centimeter, which is equal to 20 kilometers, find the actual distance from Raman's village to that particular city where he has to go. All right. So for solving this question, you need to have some basic knowledge of geographical maps, right? You must have seen an atlas. Like suppose this is the map of some region. Okay, this is a map and the map says this scale, like 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer or something like that. So according to the question, the scale of the map is 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers, which means suppose if this point and this point, this is city A, this is city B, if they are 1 centimeter apart on the map, actually they are 20 kilometers apart. This is the meaning of the question. Map में जब भी हम देखते हैं तो मैप में तो डिस्टेंसेस छोटे दिखते हैं बट वो एक्चुअली इतने छोटे तो नहीं होते ना। मैप को तो आप स्केल से ही मेजर कर सकते हो बट दो सिटीज़ के बीच का डिस्टेंस तो आप स्केल से नहीं मेजर कर सकते। इसीलिए यहाँ पे एक स्केल दिया होता है कि मैप का 1 सेंटीमीटर एक्चुअल डिस्टेंस कितना है। ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन कह रहा है कि मैप का 1 सेंटीमीटर इज एक्चुअली 20 किलोमीटर्स। ये है स्केल ऑफ द मैप। आई होप ये आइडिया आपको क्लियर है। नाउ we'll solve the question. Distance on the map is 3.5 centimeters and 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers. See, one centimeter on the map is 20 kilometers. Map distance by actual distance, right? See, 1 centimeter is, or you can say 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. 1000 meter is 1000 into 100 centimeters, right? So 1 kilometer is 1 lakh centimeters. 20 kilometer is 20 lakh centimeters, right? See, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. 1000 meters can be written as 1000 into 100 centimeters. We can change meters to centimeters by multiplying 100. So that equivalents to 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1000 into 100 centimeters, that is 1 lakh centimeters. So 20 kilometers will be equal to 20 lakh centimeters. So we are changing the entire question into centimeters now. So this 20 kilometer will become 20 lakhs centimeters. So 1 centimeter on the scale is 20 centimeter on the land, on actual distance, right? So the question is saying, if the map is showing 3.5 centimeters, what is the actual distance? Let the actual distance be x centimeters, right? Let the actual distance be x centimeters. So map distance by actual distance is 1 by 20 lakhs should be equal to 3.5 by x, right? Map distance, actual distance in centimeters, this is the required map distance 3.5 centimeters, and equivalent to that this is the required original distance on land. So the value of x will be 1 into x. X is equal to 3.5 into 20 lakhs, right? 3.5 into 20 lakhs. Now 3.5 into 20 makes it 70 and then lakhs. So we divide, this is centimeter, all right? So 70 lakhs divided by 1 lakh, right, is equal to 70 kilometers. If the distance is 70 lakh centimeters, we divide it by 1 lakh in order to change it to kilometers. So therefore 70 lakh centimeters will become 70 kilometers. Hence the required distance is 70 kilometers. So students, I hope you have understood the topic well. So I hope you will like the video by clicking the like button. You will be subscribing to our channel, and you'll also be sharing this video with your friends so that maximum students can benefit from our videos, right? So if you have any doubt, you can WhatsApp us, you can email us, and for further details, keep subscribed to our channel, and you'll be getting all the notifications for all the further videos. Thank you so much. Keep learning.